One of my favorite characters from Phantom Busters is the president of student council. In his first year of high school, he masked his personality to be more mature, serious, and kind of rough on the edges kind of person. But in reality, he's a very eager, but he chooses to restrict those parts of himself because of the image that he's given off over the past 3 years. And so in his last year of high school, he's much more restrained, even though he meets our main characters, and he likes how they act and he likes their character. He doesn't showcase that to them. All of his friends from school put him on a pedestal and have expectations for him and so he spends most of his afternoons or his time back home doing things that he actually appreciates. And we even get a chapter where he's spending one of his off days entirely alone, and his family mentions this idea of vulnerable, why don't you choose to be open to your friends? And he says that it's too late for that. But this idea of letting them know who you are eventually, or letting them know what kind of characteristics or interests or things that you appreciate, is never too late and he chooses to restrict himself and chooses to not share those things to his friends. And I think I can relate with him because I feel like in certain spaces where I'm held to a higher standard, such as being club president my senior year or different type of leadership positions, I tend to restrict myself because of the duties or things that I'm involved in. But how much of that is really authentic, and how much of that can we really be ourselves? You know what I mean? So I feel like trying to showcase that you can be club president, but you can also be silly and goofy is such an important diaspora. And so I just love this character so much. So yes, please check out Phantom Busters.